Very, very good. Well, welcome to the Thursday Immunotech Opportunity Call, and this call's goal is to help you learn how a unique product, precursor of glutathione, became the opportunity of our lives. And I'll explain what the precursor of glutathione means, but it is my pleasure to welcome you. My name's Angelo Licari. My wife and I have been building Immunotech now for almost 7 years, and it has been quite an amazing journey. Really is, and the opportunity has come to our life, and it has been an opportunity of our lifetime. Now, Immunotech as a company, we are a multi-level network marketing company in business as a network marketing company for 20 years now, but the product Immunical, our flagship product, has close to 40 years of scientific research behind it. And they were doing research way before I was even born. They were researching how Immunical and how glutathione, raising your glutathione level in your body, can change your life. So let me give a little background of our flagship product, Immunical. It's important to know that through the decades, scientists, doctors have been looking for ways to raise our glutathione levels in our bodies. That's the third time I've used the word now. You might be asking, what in the world is it? Glutathione is a small molecule inside of every single one of your cells. It's extremely important for the functioning of our body, and without glutathione, we would die. Now, let me tell you what the principal functions of glutathione is. Number one, it builds our immune system. And I'm going to quote the PDR. Now, you all have access. Some may think that only the doctors have access to the physician's desk reference. Every single doctor does have this book in their office. But you have access to PDR.net. You can go there at the home page and type in Immunical. And I'm just going to talk, obviously, raising your glutathione builds your immune system. Look at what the physician desk reference says. It says glutathione is essential for the immune system to exert its full potential. If you want your immune system to work, and I think we all do, everyone has an immune system. If we want it to work at its full potential, we need good levels, good healthy levels of glutathione. That's one function that glutathione has. It also detoxifies our cells, our organs, our lungs, a complete general detoxification of our whole body. It gives our cells energy, which we all need that. It's also the master antioxidant in our body. If you were to cut open, and most people know what antioxidants are, but for those that don't, if you were to cut open an apple and let it sit on your counter, 1 day, 2 days, 3, over the days and weeks, it would start, a couple hours, it becomes brown, and then it starts, what's happening to that apple is it's becoming, it's oxidizing. So antioxidants, our glutathione is the master antioxidant, which basically slows down the aging process in our body. So listen to this. High glutathione levels gives us a complete regeneration of our whole body at the cellular level. Immunical. Why do I talk all about glutathione? Here's why. You can go and research glutathione yourself, what it does in your body and how important it is. We have it in the PDR, how much you need it in your body, why we need high levels. Immunical is scientifically proven to raise your glutathione in your body in a natural way. It's incredible what our product has, and that's why a unique product, precursor of glutathione, called Immunical, is the opportunity of a lifetime. 40 years of research. It's incredible what we have on our hands. We have medical validations as well, many, over 70 use patents. And I always like to point out this, for those that are new, many of you know this, but in 2008, Luc Montagnier, he won the Nobel Prize in Medicine. The Nobel Prize of Medicine for his discovery of the HIV virus. Guess what he did in his book called Oxidative Stress in Cancer, AIDS. Guess what he did? He wrote a whole chapter about why we need glutathione in our bodies and why Immunical is the answer for that. The Nobel Prize of Medicine did that. Incredible what we have on our hands. We have clinical studies that prove how effective Immunical is in treatments of cancer, diabetes, and HIV. The health of all people in the coming years will depend on their levels of glutathione. Immunical, again, I will repeat, is scientifically proven to raise our glutathione levels in a natural way. Incredible. I'm so excited for what we have. I'm so excited for the future. We have a product with a backbone to represent, and we have a product that we have an opportunity not only to give to people with confidence, to recommend with confidence, but we have an opportunity to also make some serious income doing it. My wife and I now, it's been 4 years, we've been full-time doing Immunotech together. We work together from home. We travel together. This is our business. We get to spend time with our kids, so there's no greater opportunity out there. It's the opportunity of our lives. And I am going to introduce a very, very special guest here, and his name is Wally Kirylik, and he has 20 years now with Immunotech. And I was just thinking today, as I was thinking about this call, having Wally on, you know, people change jobs all the time. People change businesses all the time. People, and that's great. Everyone has the opportunity to do that. And some people think maybe network marketing is not a very solid industry. Well, guess what? Wally has been with us for 20 years, and he hasn't changed because he's happy here. He's been making money. He's been seeing people's lives change with the product. And it is an honor to have Wally Kirylik on the phone tonight. Are you there with us, Wally?
You bet. I'm right here, Angelo. And you know, it was a little scary, Angelo. It was a little scary when you said they were testing this product, doing research on this product before you were born. That made me feel really old. So thank God I'm on this product because I'm not old.
Exactly right. Well, for those that don't know Wally, when you're around him, you get energy off of him. He may his age may be a little higher, but guess what? His heart, his body, he moves quicker than everyone that's even younger than him. So thanks for getting in tonight, Wally. And tell us first, how does it feel, you know, having 20 years with the same company, and I know and you know that we're going to be here for another 20 years. How does that feel for not only you but also your family, and what the future that you have for your family?
You know, to answer that properly, Angelo, just to give people an idea, you kind of touched on it a little bit. You know, 20-odd years ago, I didn't know anything about the industry. Well, 23 years ago, I knew absolutely nothing about the industry. I didn't even know companies like Amway existed. So I was a total newbie, and I didn't have any belief system. I didn't understand the industry. I didn't quite get it. But unfortunately, back, 25 years ago, I lost about $4 million, and I'm on the street, and I knew if I'd been very successful, by the way, up until that point in my life. And I knew if I wanted to be financially free again, there was no way I could go work for somebody else. But to start another business without any money is very hard. So I looked at this industry at, as I say, 23, maybe 24 years ago, and I didn't understand, didn't grasp the concept. But reluctantly, I got involved. And I cut my teeth with a company that had already gone through a very good growth curve. And it was an okay company. It had a herbal drink, but it wasn't destined to be there forever because herbal drinks come and go, just like most of the juice companies come and go. So I hung around that company. I learned the ins and outs, what's important, what to look for in a company, what you need in a product, what you need in a comp plan, what kind of management you need. I learned all that stuff with that first company. So when I left that company, I went and did my homework. The head office for Immunotech it's a 10-hour back and forth, a 10-hour odd drive for me. So I went and checked it out. I mean, I wanted to be with a company for the rest of my life. That in reference to the question that you asked, I didn't want to go into another deal, make a few dollars, then jump on the next big deal that comes down the pipeline. I wanted something that I could really grab a hold of, that was real. The product was real. The people running the company were honest people. They knew what they were doing, and I wanted to build a legacy. I wanted to build something. It's not easy to build a 6-7 figure income, yearly income. So it was a lot of work, but I managed to. Within a year, I was making a 6-figure income within a year with the company. So, and then that just grew and grew over the last 20-odd years. So this is a business that you're going to be able to pass on to your children, as I am going to do with my son. My son is now working with me, and he's very excited about the future. We know that so many 20-year-olds and that 20 to 30-year-olds, these kids, there's no jobs for these kids, and if the jobs that they do get, they're underpaid, and there's no real future for most of these kids. So a lot of young people, like my son, are looking at the industry. So you want to make sure you're going to get into a company that's going to be here 20 years from now. You don't want to do something, work hard for 3 years, and the companies go sideways. Or you end up buying the product at Walmart or someplace else. So that's why I picked Immunotech, mainly because of the product and the fact that it made sense 25 years ago, or 20 odd years ago, and it's going to make sense 20 years from now. So I'm building that legacy. I'm excited. I've helped thousands of people. There's people that have come into my organization to make double what I make. It's just an exciting opportunity, and it's just getting to the point where this company is going to seriously grow around the world. That was a long answer.
Yes, that's exactly right. And not only do we have a company that's going to be here for such a long time, that when the future that's coming, we've in the last 7 years, just so people know, the growth that Immunotech's had these last 7 years, every year it's been a record numbers as far as sales. We're growing and growing and growing, and there's no better time to jump on now, because we will be a household name. I mark my words, we will be that household name. And tell us too, Wally, I did give a little introduction of the product, but tell us about how, a product like we have with all of this research and all of this science, how that helps you in your confidence as well. The business is smart because of our product is so amazing in what we have. That's what makes it an intelligent business decision. Tell us about a little bit about on the product side of it, how that helps you and your business grow, as well as I would like you to go into, I never had the opportunity of meeting your parents, but tell us a little bit of their life and how they live their life.
Sure, I'd love to. My background, as I mentioned, Angelo, it was business. So I looked at the company from the standpoint, can I make a serious living? And so that was my focus, was the business component. And I knew, I like to, maybe it is a good comparison. I look at the business as if the business is a Ferrari or a Porsche. And what makes the Ferrari run is gas. That's the Immunical. So the business itself is the Ferrari. What makes it work is the gas, which is the Immunical. So those two have to come hand in hand. If you have one or the other, if the product is good and the business is bad, meaning the comp plan isn't good and management's not good, then you don't have a long-term business. So the business to me was the focus, and then I knew because of the product we're going to be here long-term. Now, after I got on the product, I wasn't looking for, because I was a fairly healthy guy, fairly healthy, other than I was on a drug for, it was called Digitalis, for heart fibrillation, and I was supposed to be on that drug for the rest of my life. Now, the last thing in the world I thought I was going to be able to do was get off that drug, because my heart specialist told me, Wally, I know how much you hate meds, but unfortunately you could end up with a serious heart problem if you don't stay on this drug for the rest of your life. So I was hoping, and I wasn't wrong, that after a year, it was about 7-8 months I was on the product, I started weaning myself off that drug. Now, I don't recommend people do this without talking to their doctor, but I took it upon myself. I did my homework because I knew what that product did or would do in my body, what Immunical does. So I started weaning myself off that drug, and today, 19 years later, I've been totally drug-free with no complications, no problems whatsoever. So that's my own personal story. My youth and vitality, I got energy to burn. I hate to, you know how old I am, and everything works. My body is amazing, and that's because of the Immunical. It's the only thing I take that makes it work as well as it does. My son, as I mentioned, who was in business with us, when I first got into business, he had asthma, and he was on 2 to 3 puffers. He was taking different steroids. Within almost a month it took, he was able to get off the steroids, and this is 20 years later, he's never used the steroids, any of those puffers since. My wife had tremors. She would shake in the morning. Her hands would shake to the point where, she couldn't have a cup of coffee until later on in the day because her hands would shake so much. Unfortunately, she has to take 3 packs a day. But after taking 3 packs, she's been on it now for 20 years. Her tremors are gone by about 98%. She has just tiny little tremors. So her life has dramatically changed because of that. And then my parents, my real success story. I mean, both my parents went to almost the age of 100. Both of them were on basically no meds. Their faculties, they were sharp right to the very end, and they lived a quality life. They did things like most seniors didn't do. My dad drove right into his 90s, driving his car. I mean, they were just very, very healthy, and I had them on 2 packs a day for about 15 years. So made a huge difference in their lives. So, I'm so grateful. Not only do I have a good business, but have made such a huge difference in my own life and my family's life. And we can't make medical claims on these calls, but man, have we changed thousands of people's lives with health challenges all over the world. You feel good about talking to people about this product. This product has never let me down. Anybody who has an immune system is going to get a benefit, and now, I know we all watch TV. All these drug ads. I don't know I'm sure you have them in the States as much as we have here.
Of course.
But all these drugs have all these side effects, and with our product works like a drug with no side effects. And now the doctors are starting to realize that what the best thing that we can do for a lot of these degenerative diseases is to optimize our immune system. So they're starting to develop drugs to make the immune system work. Well, hello, we've got the best natural product in the world to make your immune system optimized. So, you'll never have to get on these drugs with side effects to optimize your immune system. You can do it naturally. And as more and more people are become aware of the importance of the immune system, how powerful it is, and how it can reverse so many disease states, we're going to see thousands and thousands of people getting on this product to rectify these degenerative diseases that are just growing in leaps and bounds. There's so many people out there sick and with serious challenges. So we're making a huge difference in people's lives, both health and wealth. Back to you.
That's exactly right. And, I want to move into a little bit of our industry. One of the reasons I think this is the greatest industry in the world, it's because those that work the hardest get paid. And even Wally, you said that people that are underneath you in the network are making a lot more money than you. And it's an opportunity for everyone to be able to, those that work the hardest get paid and get the results. And if you're in a corporate environment, I don't think you'll be able to make any more money. Actually, you make less money than your boss unless he's gone and you move up. But in this, even though you might be working harder in your corporate situation, but you won't be able to make more than the person above you. But here, you work hard, you get paid. And, it really doesn't matter your age, your education, your background. That's why, another reason why I love this industry so much, as anyone can do it if they have the will, they have to have the desire. Anybody can build this business. You have, I always like to say, when you say yes to Immunotech, you're saying yes to many, many years of research. You're saying yes to millions and millions of dollars invested in research of our product, our Immunocal product, and many, many other products. Also, I asked David Marshall the other day when I was with him, how much does the back office, your website, cost Immunotech to maintain? You get a virtual office when you say yes to Immunotech. It costs, over the last 10 years, it costed Immunotech over, definitely, he said, $1-2 million in maintenance and updating on the website. When you say yes, you get that too, and it doesn't cost any money. You get a call center waiting to take your call, waiting to take your consultant's call. When they call Immunotech, whether it's in Mexico, whether it's in California, or up in Canada, the home office, you don't pay for the call center either. You don't pay for the warehouse to ship the product. It's the greatest industry. You have all of these millions of dollars that have been invested for your business, and you say yes, you get your private franchise, and you have all of these things that it's not your overhead. You try to go start a traditional business, you're going to have a ton of overhead. And so, it's why I am so passionate about this industry, and this is the right company. We know, I always say, the music industry, video gaming industry, the music, NFL, and national, the football league, network marketing does $180 billion in sales every year. And Wally, tell us this. I want you to answer this question. Out of all of these companies out there, Immunotech is unique, but tell us why someone new that's listening on this call tonight. Tell us why, Immunotech is really the best. It's the best option out there as far as backbone product and, what we have as far as a team and company and all these other things. Tell us, why someone that's listening that's new, that this is the best opportunity for them.
Sure, I'd love to. There's a lot of people get excited about a new company. And unfortunately, this industry, like all kinds of industries, it's not just a network marketing industry, but most industries, companies fail. And that happens in the network marketing industry. 90% of companies that come on board, usually within 3 years, 90% of them are gone. So yes, people can make money for a few months, maybe a couple of years, and then they got to do it over again, and then over again, and then they lose credibility, and then they get frustrated, and then they lose out on the best opportunity in the world to become financially free, the industry itself. So you want to get into a company not at the beginning, because the risk is just way too high. Would you get into a plane and go for a trip that if 90% chance that the thing is going to come down? You'd be crazy to do that. So, don't do it in this industry either. There's a lot of good companies out there, don't get me wrong, but there's thousands and thousands of companies out there. People get so caught up in the hype and, you're going to make a lot of money and it's easy to do and just go sign up to people and, there's hype. That's what that annoys me about this industry. Not the industry, but some of the people that market it like that. This is a very serious business. If you treat it like a business, and that's the way I treat it, there is a lot of money. There is no other business in the world for under $500 that you can go out and build yourself a 6 or 7 figure income. It just doesn't exist. When I had my retail stores, it would cost me $200,000 to set up a store with inventory and leaseholds. And I'd be lucky to make money after 2 years with the store. It takes a long time. I invested $500 in Immunotech, and I got my money back within 30 days. I mean, it's unbelievable. Wow. And the other thing, too, like a lot of people don't realize, this industry, you get paid your monthly check. I mean, I've had that check every month for 20 years, but I've also built a base, an asset here. I mean, my business is worth well over $1 million. So it's not just my monthly income that I've been enjoying, but I built an asset here. And you can only do that with a product like Immunocal that's going to make sense 20, 30 years from now. So that part is very important. The other thing to consider, too, a lot of people don't take advantage of is the tax write-offs. I mean, the average person can save $3,000 to $5,000 a year off their income tax. It's almost silly not to have a home-based business to take advantage of those tax write-offs. And then on top of that, if you're not really anxious about making a whole bunch of money, come on board. We have a variety of products. We have some excellent products for weight loss, for energy, for sleeping, for a number of different products that you can buy from your own health food store. So why not buy it from yourself at a 30% discount? And do a little bit of marketing and, have a few customers, and you end up with free product at the end of the month if that's all you want. So, we've got a business here for a person who wants to get free product. We have a business here for people who just want a discount and be a customer. And then we have people like you and myself and a number of other people on here that want to change the world. And then, and the key too, as far as when to get involved in a company, is when they get to that $100 million. And that's what I call the tipping point. And that's not me talking, that's the industry. When companies get to that $100 million per year in sales, they go into a momentum curve. And these momentum curves is where the really big money starts to happen. And these curves can last up to Well, some companies, they only last for 3 or 4 years because of the product line. But with us, the fact that everybody on the planet can literally benefit and actually needs this product, we could have a curve that goes for 10, 15 years. So there's going to be a ton of money made. We will be a $1 billion company in a number of years. That means $500 million is going to be paid out to distributors, and it's going to be an exciting ride, making a huge difference in people's lives and in your own, and building that base that you can, say, pass on to your kids. Or I'm going to do this till I'm 107. And my kids are going to have to wait.
Excellent. Wow. Well, one of the things you alluded to as well is you talked about the people that we're working with, the people on the top, the executives on top, the leadership like yourself. I was able to meet Wally back when we were just getting started as well, and it's people that are there for you. It's real people. It's not people that's all about a show. These are real people building a real business here. And that's what I fell in love with as well, is the people that we're working with. The team Dr. Pelayo has been putting out, it's incredible what he's doing. And all across Immunotech, every time we go to a convention, it's just new people, and it's just great to be around people that are growing and moving forward. And, the question is it's about, what do you want? Do you want more out of life, or are you, happy with what you're doing? Where are you in your life right now? Do you have one job and that's everything in your life is on that job? And if you were to lose that job, if something were to happen, what would happen to you? People need to have diversity. They need to diversify their income and have other options out there. This is the option for you. When we started, I was selling cars and had another traditional business in Minnesota, and had other things going on. But now I don't have anything. This is it. This is it, because there's nothing else greater out there to be able to give something that you're able to help so many more people with this product and in their finances. And so the question is for you, what do you want? Are you happy with where you're at, or do you want something different and more out of life? Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Did you hear that? Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. If you have been living in a comfort zone the past years, whatever months, and just doing the same thing every day, that's fine, and you can keep doing that, but you're not going to be able to live life to its fullest. You need to get out of your comfort zone and do something else and do something different, and this is the answer. This is the answer for many, many people, and Wally's a great example of someone that was able to see this amazing opportunity 20 years ago, and it's the same opportunity that I saw 7 years ago. And it's the same opportunity, and actually there's so many more tools out there now that we have opportunity to use, but it's the same opportunity today for you that's listening. And there's opportunities to join Immunotech. There's a consultant pack, which is the greatest discount. It's $525. It gives you 3 boxes of Immunocal, 3 boxes of Immunocal Platinum, but this month only it gives you an additional box for free. You're getting close to a 50% discount on that. Or if you just want to join, you say, hey, I just want to check out the product. We have great customer packs for, under $200 where you can try the product as well and just try it as a customer. And if you would like to change and become a consultant down the road, you have an opportunity to do that as well. Just remember, as a customer, you won't be able to receive any commissions at all. You're going to customer, no commissions being able to receive. If you want to do it as a consultant like I and Wally have done, it's $525 plus your taxes and shipping and all that. So that's the opportunity. But remember what you're getting with that $525. Millions of dollars invested for you in the past, and today the company is working for us. And it's just there's no better place than Immunotech right now. We've gone a little long. It's 9:30 here. We're going to wrap this call up right now, but I do want to also do a quick announcement. We're so excited for June 10th, the University in Orlando, Florida, DoubleTree Hotel, Orlando Airport. It's going to be a great event. Starts at 8:30 in the morning, all-day event on June 10th. There's going to be many platinums. The platinum is the top rank of the company. I will be there as well, and there'll be many other, a lot of the corporate executive team will be there. If you want to check this company out seriously, you need to be in Orlando and get to know us and who we are, and get to know our products, get to know the people, most importantly the people, and get to know our company. June 10th. So sign up today. I believe at June 1st, the price, actually I know the price is going to go up for signing up. So get with the person that invited you with this call. This call is meant for just to be a little window of what we have. It's not everything. There's so much more you could learn about, but I hope that you were able to see how our unique product, Immunocal, the precursor of glutathione, can become the opportunity of your life. So I'm going to open up the lines here, and we're going to say goodnight to everyone, and I'll stop the recording. Give me 1 second.